Christmas Carol, Scene 1, Narrator. It was Christmas time in London. There was a man named Ebenezer Scrooge. He was a hard-working man, but at the same time he was a miserable, greedy, cruel and stingy person, who didn't know what generosity meant. A day before Christmas, Scrooge was working in the office. Scrooge, as always, was counting his money. Suddenly the front door opened, and Mr. Scrooge's nephew came inside. "Merry Christmas, Uncle." "Christmas? Bah! Christmas is only a lie." "You don't mean that, Uncle." "Of course I mean that. Christmas is just an excuse not to work. Besides, what reason do you have to be happy? You're so poor." "Come on, Uncle. And what reason do you have to be sad? You're so rich." "Bah! Don't get angry, Uncle." "Why wouldn't I? I live in a crazy world with fools. Merry Christmas! What is Christmas? It's just a time to pay bills with money you don't have, where you see yourself a year older and not a minute richer, a time where you buy gifts you can't afford. But, Uncle, go celebrate Christmas your own way, and let me celebrate my way." "But, Uncle, Christmas is the only day where people seem to get along just fine. It's a time of forgiveness, love, and charity. It's a time where people open their hearts to one another." "Wow, that was a wonderful speech. I wonder why you don't work for the government." "Don't get angry, Uncle, and come to our house tomorrow. My wife and I are preparing a delicious dinner. You'll be our special guest." "Thanks, but no." "But, Uncle, you never came to my house before." "Have a nice day." "I don't need anything from you. I don't ask you for something. Why can't we be friends?" "Have a nice day." "I'm sorry, Uncle, that you already took a decision, but I insist in celebrating Christmas, so Merry Christmas, Uncle. Have a nice day, a Happy New Year, and goodbye." "As you wish, Uncle." Scene 2, Narrator. Then Mr. Scrooge's nephew left the office. Scrooge returned to his desk to finish his account. After a few hours, Scrooge closed his account book and proceeded to close the office. When he got home, he climbed the steps to his bedroom, sat in a chair beside the fire and started to eat his supper. Suddenly, he heard old bells ringing and a strange and loud noise coming from the outside. "Who's making that noise? I must have fallen asleep." But the strange noise continued until he saw a ghost coming through the bedroom door. "Who are you?" "I am the ghost of Christmas past. Get out of bed and come with me." The ghost took Scrooge through time to a small town which Scrooge started to remember. He then remembered the houses, the church, the river, the bridge, and the people. "They cannot see us or hear us. They are just shadows from the past. Look, the school is not that empty. There's a little boy, alone, forgotten by his friends. I know him, poor boy. Now, let's see another Christmas." Then they arrived to a house. "This house seems familiar. Oh, this is my house, where I grew up." "Yes, it is. And do you recognize that little boy sitting alone reading?" "It's me, as a child. But why is he alone?" "You must know the answer. Because my parents were working. That's why I was always alone. That's why my Christmas were so sad and lonely. Come, take my hand. We don't have enough time." "No, I have seen enough. Go away. Don't torture me." "Don't blame me. I told you these were shadows of the things that have been. Take me back. We have one more stop. Our time is running out." And they appeared in the garden. Scrooge was now a young man who was sitting in the garden beside a lovely young woman. The woman was crying. "I can't marry you, Ebenezer. There is something you love more than me." "Nonsense! I love no other woman." "That's true. You love money. You love it more than anything." "There's nothing wrong in loving money. We got engaged when we were poor, and we are happy being poor." "I hope you are happy with the life you have chosen." And the woman ran away from the garden. Old Scrooge and the ghost followed her. When she stopped, Scrooge could see that she was a few years older. The woman was hugging and kissing a baby. "Is that her child?" Yes, he is, but he could have been yours. Stop it! Take me home! And Scrooge appeared in his own bedroom. Thank goodness! It was a dream. Scene 3. Narrator. Then the clock struck. No, Ebenezer, it wasn't a dream. I suppose you are the ghost of Christmas present. Yes, I am. I am the ghost of Christmas present. I have much to show you. Grab onto my robe. Hurry, we cannot be late. Scrooge touched the hem of Spirit's robe. The bedroom vanished, and Scrooge found himself on a busy, snowy street. There were many people shopping for last-minute gifts. The stores were still open. People were cooking their best meals, and the bells from the church were striking. Everybody was attending church wearing their best clothes. Everybody was happy. Everybody looks so happy. Yes, they are. It's Christmas. What do you expect? Do you mean that they are all happy just because it's December 25th? Yes. Today they can forget their problems and just enjoy being with their families. They just enjoy the food on their tables and the many blessings they receive. Then the ghost took Scrooge to a man's house, and standing there at the door, the ghost proceeded to bless the house. Is this where they live? Of course, this is all he can afford. They look so poor, their clothes are so old. Love is what you can feel here. The poor man lifted the youngest boy from the chair in a corner and carried him to the table. The boy was pale and thin and carried a crutch. What's wrong with him? Why doesn't he walk? He's very sick. His name is Tiny Tim, and his parents don't have money for a doctor, so maybe he'll die. Die? But there must be something that can be done. Please tell me if he will die. I see an empty chair in his corner. If the future is not changed, he will certainly die. No, no! What do you care, anyway? That would diminish the world population. At that moment Scrooge realized that those were his own words, and felt sorry for himself. Then he heard his name, suddenly, without a warning, and stood in the room. I know that voice. It's my nephew. He's having a party. Ha 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 ha! He said that Christmas is only a lie. He should be ashamed. He's very funny, but not a pleasant person. You told me that he's very rich. So what, darling? His wealth is useless. He doesn't do anything with his money. He prefers to be angry at us than to have fun with us. They don't like me. No, unless the future changes. How can I change the future? Then the ghost of Christmas present was gone. Oh, I'm in my own bed again. Scene 4. Narrator. As they sat up, another ghost floated into the room. He was dressed in black, and a dark hood hid his face. You must be the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Are you here to show me the future and how it can change? The ghost said nothing. He just gestured toward the door. Scrooge followed him to the street in front of his office. 3 men stood out front, talking and shaking their heads. I know them. I do business with them. We're friends. These men like me, even if my own nephew does not. But what are they saying about me? Poor old Scrooge. I know. I feel sorry for him. They told me he's very sick. Who's taking care of him? No one. You know that he always liked to be alone. He doesn't have friends either. Then everything turned dark, and Scrooge appeared in a foggy and cold place. Where are we? This is a cemetery. Why did you bring me here? The ghost showed Scrooge a grave. Before I get near that grave, tell me, is that the image of what it will be, or just the image of what can be? The ghost did not answer. Then Scrooge went to see the grave. Engraved on the headstone was the name, Ebenezer Scrooge. Then Scrooge fell to his knees. No, no! Ghost, listen to me. I have changed. Why do you show me all this if I have lost all hope? Please tell me that I can change everything that you have shown me. I will honor Christmas in my heart, and I will live in the past, in the present, and in the future. I will not forget the lesson that all of the ghosts have taught me. Oh, please, tell me that I can erase my name from that grave. Scene 5. Narrator. In his anguish, he took the ghost's hand, but the ghost rejected him, and Scrooge woke up in his bed. Then he heard the church bells striking. Then he saw a boy in the street and shouted, "Oh, wonderful! Hey, you over there! What day is today?" "It's Christmas, sir. Christmas morning." "Good. I haven't missed it. Here, kids, take this money and buy some Christmas candy." "Thank you, sir." "Oh, little boy." "Yes, sir." "Have a Merry Christmas." "Thank you, sir. And Merry Christmas to you, too." Scrooge dressed in his finest clothes and headed toward his nephew's house. He was feeling really happy and excited. When Scrooge reached his nephew's house, his nephew was surprised to see him. "Uncle, I'm happy to see you. I'm really glad that you changed your mind about Christmas dinner. Come and celebrate the holiday with us." "Yes, thank you for accepting me." His nephew's wife sat an extra place at the table. "We're happy to have you here. You've arrived just in time for the turkey." "Thank you. I've never eaten a more delicious meal. But I have to go now. I have some other things to do and people to visit." Scrooge did more than what he said he would do. He took care of Tiny Tim, as a second father would do. He was generous to everyone who came to his door for help. Some people laughed to see how he changed, but he didn't care. Scrooge never saw the ghost again, but he had many friends and was always close to his family. Each time he had a meal with his friend and family, he would say, "God bless us. God bless us, everyone." The end.